Welcome everybody to this new stream here on the channel. On today's stream, we're going to look at some opportunities for Bitcoin to trade. I mean, Bitcoin is coming down again here. It was about to test the 25,000 US dollars yet again. And right now, actually, I am looking at some new trading opportunities. And that is exactly what I will be discussing on today's live stream. So make sure to get ready for it. Because yesterday, we just missed out on a beautiful trade. Like exactly reaching our price target. What was like a 6% move towards the downside we predicted. And right now, actually, I am looking for another move. And I will be explaining it exactly in this live stream. And maybe I'm even going to get entered on this live stream as well. So make sure to stick in the stream. But anyways, it's going to be a very exciting one. So let me jump straight away in towards the chart. So first of all, once looking at the 5-minute time frame to quickly have an overview about what happened in the past minutes and hours, and basically past few hours in the chart of Bitcoin, you can see that yesterday we had that significant rally towards the upside. Then I announced that I was shorting Bitcoin towards this level right here, approximately the low right here. We reached the price target. Unfortunately, I missed out on the entry by like $2.50, what is pretty unfortunate. But currently, I think I am going to be spotting my next trade. So you can see the market structure that actually the recovery, the drop was quite significant. Recovery was very strong. You can see V-shaped recovery. We had a very strong recovery indicating there was a lot of strength in the market. And due to that, we also saw that next rally towards the upside happening again towards that 24.8K level, where we basically also closed the weekend before, right? So that was very interesting to see. And right now, yet again, we're waiting to see what the next move is. We moved up towards the upside just a moment ago. Unfortunately, we got rejected, and due to the S&P right now opening, the S&P 500, we can see that the volatility is really kicking in here. You can see the S&P is dropping, and that's why Bitcoin is dropping right now also a little bit here. But currently, we are looking to trade in a new consolidation range. We're basically having a range right here, what is indicating this is a little bit calm before the storm, before we're going to create another exponential movement towards the upside, or potentially a big drop off towards the downside. We're basically at a turning point in the market where we're going to see big moves happening again. And that is why I jumped live on the channel right now here, because I think we are getting currently ready for the next big move here. And once analyzing more and more time frames, so also looking at the 1 hour time frame, you can see really the range is getting clearer and clearer where we are currently trading in. So the level to break in order for the bulls to win is the 25.2K. So for me, of course, I've been shorting this one right here on the top side. I've been yesterday announced that I was shorting this one. Unfortunately, missed the entry by $2 exact on the dollar. Missed the entry by $2. That's pretty unfortunate. And it was, of course, my take profit was around at $24,000. So what I currently think is that currently we're trading in this new range, right? This new consolidation range. And the 25.2K, as soon as we do break above that with a clear candle close, then I'm looking for, of course, a long on the retest. That is what I'm currently looking to do right now. But if we right now are going to see a rejection from here on and potentially create on that 1 hour time frame a double top and Bitcoin is going to move down, what I'm going to do is maybe potentially open up a long position on this range right here. And if we do break below it, I'm actually going to short Bitcoin towards the downside, and I'm actually going to be looking for targets around 22.6K. So the market is really getting ready for a big move here. And you can see it on the 1 hour time frame. We actually broke outside of this downward sloping trend line and flipped it into support right now. But on the 4 hourly time frame, you can see that we're currently still in a consolidation phase. And basically, you can clearly see that we're currently in a phase where Bitcoin is just getting ready for the next move here. And you can see on the 4 hourly time frame actually that we have been creating a hidden bullish divergence on the RSI. But what I really want to be looking at is just the market structure on a bigger perspective, right? So on the bigger perspective, you can see Bitcoin had an insane rally towards the upside, an insane rally. After that, we saw some slight cool off. Then we had another rally up here, and you saw that we were having that weakening top structure, right? That weakening top structure resulted in, of course, a dump towards the downside, what I also shorted. And right now, we create another leg up here. And if Bitcoin, and I'm going to say this already, and it's very important to pay attention towards what Bitcoin is going to do next, because what Bitcoin is going to do next really will determine whether we're going to be having that bullish bias on our next trades or that bearish bias. Because if Bitcoin breaks down and really breaks below this range high right here, and actually if it really breaks below this previous low right here on the market, if that happens, I honestly think there's going to be a bigger correction for Bitcoin. And maybe this is a little bit too horrible, the drawing that I'm currently drawing, but it could be a very bad rejection for Bitcoin, and it could be a very significant move down. But if we manage to have another breakout towards the upside, another time where we flip this consolidation phase towards the upside, it would be very bullish for Bitcoin, because a symmetrical triangle is a typical bullish bias continuation pattern. So like not 8 out of the 10 times, bullish continuation patterns tend to move towards the direction where the trend was already heading towards, and since it's right now up, it's likely that we're going to see another move towards the upside. And the price target of this pattern right here, if I'm going to zoom in here, you can see that it will come in somewhere around 26.8k, what is quite a significant target, to be very honest. And for me to, of course, confirm a breakout on this pattern, what I need to see here is basically the 4-hourly candle close above this level. And I know everyone is right now asking me, but what is your next trade? What is it? I mean, for me, I first of all have to wait for some more candle closes, but I'm going to announce what I will be doing exactly in a second from now on. I'm first explaining exactly how I currently think the market is looking for Bitcoin right now, because I think it is extremely important for everyone to also understand what my approach in general is for the market, because my bias can swap around here if we do break bearish, right? So the bias have to swap around as the market continues. And I mean, if it's going to continue up, it's going to be amazing. And really the level I've been talking about, 25.2k, and I'm saying it yet again here, maybe you're getting a little bit tired of it, but 25.2k is just the level we need to break. You can see the level, how I found this level, because many people ask me, how did you exactly know the 25.2k was going to be the resistance for Bitcoin? Because I look at the past here, and the previous range high, the previous top here was 25.2, and that is why it's providing resistance right now. If we manage to break above that level, it's really confirming and indicating us is that we are having a break above that range high of this whole trend. And you can see if we break above this range high of this whole trend, that right here, is going to be extremely bullish for Bitcoin. And also, before going further in towards the lower time frame content, I quickly want to say this thing here right here. So whoa, I've got too many charts prepared, guys, so it's going to be very exciting. But let me quickly go to the daily time frame and show you this. Right now, we have actually confirmed the highest daily candle close in an approximately 252 days. What's actually quite insane. And that is actually quite insane. And that is also really confirming the market structure we've been in and the market environment we've been in and the momentum basically that we've been experiencing on this market. So take this into account. Bitcoin has formed a 250-day high. And people are still extremely bearish on this market. And the 25.2k also comes not only together with this very important level of resistance of the previous range high, but it also comes together with the 200 weekly moving average, which you can really see in history. If you have any experience in trading Bitcoin, you know the 200 weekly moving average is that very important level that previously provided support on the bear market lows. And right now, actually, what makes it completely different this time around is providing resistance, because currently we have been trading below the 200 weekly moving average, what historically has never happened before, but currently it is happening. And the reason why is because, yeah, Bitcoin with time becomes less exponential. And if it becomes less exponential, it also means that it is more likely that we come below the 200 weekly average price, right? So currently, we're trading below the 200 weekly average price, and you can see that it is actually providing resistance. And if we manage to flip above this level, it is of course going to indicate that Bitcoin is most certainly going to look more bullish in the coming weeks ahead of ourselves, and it is most certainly indicating that we can even see a further continuation towards the upside. So important to see if we manage to break above that level. Also, the CME gap got broken. Sorry, the CME gap was first getting created, but then, of course, Bitcoin moved down over the course of the weekend. So right now, we do not have to worry about any CME gaps. I mean, yeah, we do still have a CME gap below us on $20,000. But if we're really going to talk about CME gaps, we also still got a CME gap above us here around $27,000 to $28,000, what we could maybe fill today. And we also got a CME gap around $35,000 and another one on $9,000. So I don't really think that CME gaps, it's actually a very weird thing, right? Because everyone is always saying CME gaps have to get filled, but why does it need to get filled? It doesn't really make any sense, right? It's only because it happened so many times in the past, it always tends to get filled. But if really CME gaps always have to get filled, Bitcoin also has to move down to $9,000. And that is really not a thing that I'm actually expecting, to be very honest, if you would ask me. So right now, this was actually an opportunity to potentially open up a trade. However, I still think it's a little bit too risky. And if you know me a little bit here, I like very low risk trades with high returns. And maybe I'm going to look to short the 25.2k again. However, I'm going to tell you already, I am not going to do so. Why? Is because you never short a level that already got retested 3 times in a row, because usually the more times you retest a level, the less significant the resistance becomes. And you can see the first time we retested it, and Bitcoin is actually above $25,000 again. First time we retested it, we moved down very quickly towards a level of 23.4K. Second time we retested it, we moved only down to 23.4K. And right now, if we retest it again, will the dump will even be less significant, or will we not even dump at all? So that's very important to know. So my strategy right now is not to short the 25.2K, but to look at how Bitcoin is reacting. And that's why I also jumped live, because if we confirm the break above 25.2K, I am actually going to set up orders to long the retest of that exact level. Why? I'm going to explain you straight away, because if we manage to break above that level, we are actually also breaking out of this insane low volume range for Bitcoin. And I see everyone is getting excited because Bitcoin is moving up. And whoa, this chart, whoa, Bitcoin is really moving up like crazy right now. 25.1K to be exact. You can see the candle is very significant towards the upside. Also, the reason why I'm not rushing in towards a long position right now is because I already have got my swing trade open that is making me more than $56,000 in profit right now. So for me, there is no need to rush in towards a new trading position for Bitcoin to catch the next leg up here. And I'm only going to wait to do so if I get the confirmation on that 4-hourly time frame. So 25.2K is the level to look, is the level to watch. If we manage to break above it, we're going to discuss it live here on the channel. It's going to be epic because Bitcoin will probably fly absolutely to the moon. Why? Is because of this. Because you can see here on the left side of the screen here, once we broke above this level, $25,000, Bitcoin moved up towards $28,000, $29,000 in no time. And there was almost no resistance, almost no trading volume at all around that range. Then once we dropped towards the lows of Bitcoin, we also moved for this level and there was no support found at all. And we dropped down very quickly. And you can see on the right side of the screen, basically the VPVR. So this is the volume profile range. And the volume profile range is basically telling you how much volume is traded in a certain area. And you can see that in this area right here, if we break above 25.2K, we actually are not really trading against any resistance at all. And Bitcoin could absolutely fly through this level if we manage to break above this level. And that is why I always say if, because so far you can see yet again, we are actually seeing a quite severe rejection. But the question really remains, can we break above it? I'm not going to anticipate it already, but can we break above it? And of course, if the 4-hourly candle closes above this level right here, it's also already going to confirm a potential breakout on the symmetrical triangle, what will also be amazing, what could also already target levels around $28,000, right? So that is already quite a significant target, to be very honest. At the same time, quickly looking at more things here. Oh, whoa, this is actually quite a big rejection that you can see here. I've been saying that yesterday, the previous 2 times we touched the 25.2K, I've been shorting Bitcoin. Right now, I'm not planning to do so. Why? Is because I think it's not smart to short this level 3 times in a row because, yeah, many sell orders already got cleared, and usually the more times you retest the level, the more likely it is that you're going to break above it. But talking about the low volume range, if we confirm a break above it, it could once again be a very stealth move up for Bitcoin, and that will be targeting levels around $28,000. So that's why it's very important to look at this range right here. And yeah, once we confirm the break above, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Then a quick update on this absolutely insane thing, this insane fractal. So I'm removing my camera for a second so you can see it a little bit more clear. But in the 2019 bear market recovery, if you don't know how it went at that point, you saw, of course, we had that bear market recovery run up. And at the point, basically, where we started to recover, we started to run in towards somewhat of a resistance range, right? And that resistance range was an upper sloping resistance line. And the point where we started to break above that resistance line was the point where we actually started to go absolutely exponential. And what is interesting to see is that we're currently having a similar structure, right? Big dump, then a run up, then a few retests is very close on the top side, then breakout. You can see right here, boom, boom, and then a big dump, big run up back again, few touches, and now a potential breakout. So this is actually looking very similar towards the previous bear market recovery run-up. And I can tell you already what happened afterwards. We had an even significant rally. Of course, it didn't last forever because it topped out around 13.4K, what was an approximately 250% run-up from the bear market low. Well, if I'm going to look at Bitcoin right now, it's only, I say only, but still quite a lot, of course. It's up around like 63% from the bottom. Of course, we do know that the market is more maturing a little bit more. So if we like get a run up of 100% from the bottom, it will already be enough, in my opinion, to take some significant profits off the table. Because many people are wondering, when am I going to take profits on the trade? I am actually looking to take profits on the trade. I believe Bitcoin is going to manage to break above $25,000. And as we break above $25,000, I'm going to start scaling out of this legendary swing trade for Bitcoin. Maybe I was not planning to do it at all, because I got an entry, like if I remove my camera again, on 17,000. I mean, the initial entry was on 16,000, but now the entry is on like 17.9K, what means that my entry is quite good for Bitcoin. And it's very likely that it will not get stopped out of this trade at all, because $17,000 Bitcoin is extremely cheap. It's a fact. It's extremely cheap for Bitcoin to trade around 17K. And it's just not likely to, if we go there, that we will stay there for long. And it's probably not even likely that we will go there anymore, since Bitcoin has already been showing so much strength recently, even though we have a lot of FUD basically in the market in general. So that's quite interesting to see right here. Also, if you have any questions for me, let me know in the chat right now here. Some certain altcoins you really want me to look at. Currently, I'm looking to take a trade on Bitcoin, but maybe there's going to be trading opportunities for other altcoins as well. So I'm going to check real quickly on Ethereum first if there are some very interesting trading opportunities over there. Usually, I can tell you already, I am only trading Bitcoin, but sometimes I also, if I trade either Chainlink or Solana or Ethereum. I think those are very nice assets to be trading. So also for Ethereum, you can see slight little uptrend getting created. What is really the resistance that we need to be breaking above of? And you can see also clearly, if I go to the 3-day time frame, it will even become more clear for Ethereum. We are really at this important range right here. Why this range is so important? We saw, of course, a break above it right here, but you can clearly see previous support, resistance, big rejection right here, and we're retesting it again. So we are currently at a key level for Ethereum, and you can see a small little uptrend getting, oh sorry, this is not the right line I want to choose, but you can see a slight little uptrend getting created. So we're creating somewhat of an ascending triangle. It's a typical continuation pattern. So since we're in a bearish trend, it's more likely to break bearish. However, if we break above the top side of resistance, yeah, then we're really going to see more upside for Bitcoin. And I think what will also be very important is to see what the S&P is going to do here, because the S&P, it has been moving down. It has been moving down, and usually once it breaks these trends, it tends to dump quite significantly. So let's see how it's going to be playing out. Also the Nasdaq, actually Nasdaq is falling down a little bit here. On the bigger perspective, you can see that the Nasdaq has been touching its legendary support line, just like Bitcoin was doing, and it bounced from it quite severely, to be very honest. At the same time, quickly finishing up Ethereum, you can see Ethereum is up quite significantly from its low, but that's also due to the fact that the market cap is, of course, also lower of Ethereum, and due to that, also a little bit more volatile. It's up like 93%, and if you're going to really calculate it from like the low of November, it's up like 60%. So it's up quite significantly. The upside potential for Ethereum is also quite big, due to the fact of the merge and due to the fact of its deflationary effect. But currently, let me quickly look on the 4 hour, maybe on the 1 hour. Let me see if I think there are some trading opportunities. I think, yeah, if you really look at Ethereum and you want to trade it, of course, you mainly want to be looking at what Bitcoin is going to be doing next here. But you can clearly see that there is a significant supply zone that we need to break above. Is this a resistance here on the top side? This is the level to be breaking for Ethereum. If you manage to break above this level and have a retest, it could be a very good long entry. I think what works for me the best, and of course for you, maybe something else works better. But if I'm looking at my trades and my success from trading, what just purely works the best for me to do is trade the supply and demand zones very well. Look at very high confidence zones and you trade them, and you will make like tons of money from trading. And also, you don't need to trade every single day here, because if you do so, you're probably going to lose. And quickly, I see that we're actually like 2 subscribers away before hitting 103K on the channel. It's been going absolutely well for in the few last weeks here. I mean, the market has been exploding, but it would be amazing if we can smash it up towards 103K. That will be a big pleasure. And at the same time, if you're in the stream and enjoying it, slap up that like button. I'm currently looking for my next trade for Bitcoin. I am actually looking at my next trade for Bitcoin. Let me also quickly check up on Sand, because I did saw some good opportunities. So Sandbox as well. I think Sandbox is also a nice coin to trade. Look at this. It's been moving like crazy. Let me check on the 5 minutes. This was a crazy pump. It moved up 11%. Could be just the beginning of a next move, right? So I'm not seeing anything very clear right now. Let me quickly check up on Solana. I don't like the long Solana. I think the Solana is right now at a very dangerous place here. The reason why I'm saying so is because look at this. Solana is currently retesting this very important previous support box that flipped into support right here as well. And currently it's getting retests as resistance. So I'm not a big fan of the project Solana in general. And I don't really think, I mean, technically speaking, you should get like a big rejection from this point, but it's crypto, right? So I'm not going to trade this short on the bigger perspective because I don't like to short, swing short altcoins. I mean, if I short it, it's usually a scalp short, but swing shorting I don't really like, so I'm not going to do it, but it does look extremely dangerous in my opinion. Quickly checking on the DXY, it's coming down very quickly. And also the project of Solana, you really have to love it. But I personally am not a very big fan of Solana in general. Of course, maybe you do like it more. But personally, myself, I am not a big fan of the project because I think the fundamentals of Solana are just not the best here. Optimism, a coin I'm a very big fan of. And actually, if I'm looking at Optimism right now, it's personally really getting ready for another move. It could take a while here. It could take a while, Optimism, to see the next move happening. I need to take some sips of water, guys. I'm going very fast, excuse me. Optimism, personally, really looking to get ready for another move. But could take a while. Could take a while. You can see also, this is the very important box here of previous resistance that currently, like you can see right now, is flipping into support. So this is really the box you want to be holding up. If you fall below it, you probably will fall below it very quickly. So remember, as soon as we fall below this range right here, I'm actually going to look for shorting positions. Look at Bitcoin RSI in which time frame? Bitcoin limit order 50, 25k, 0.1k short, stop loss on 25,200. I think it's stupid to sorry, not stupid. I think it's too dangerous to short the 25.1k because, like you can see right here as well, the 25.2k is really where the resistance is at. So if you're going to short, your stop loss is at the actual resistance, it doesn't really make sense. So I shouldn't be doing that. Can you give analysis on Shiba Inu? Fast. I mean, I can do so, but I don't like Shiba. So I'm quickly going to go over it for you. But I wouldn't be buying into Shiba or meme coins in general. Of course, it could pump, it could go up, but personally, I'm not a big fan of it. You can see on the weekly time frame, it's losing structure, it's creating lower highs still. Well, in fact, with Bitcoin, it's creating higher highs, right? So the momentum is gaining, while in Shiba, it is losing momentum. I'm not a big fan of it. I think the technical analysis doesn't really work on Shiba Inu as well because it pumps like crazy, it dumps like crazy. It's very unpredictable, so I don't really like to chart Shiba. And I'm definitely also not trading it because it doesn't make any sense for me to do so. Also, update. EMA ribbon, guys. Many people are not paying attention towards these things here. I've been saying it. The trend on the bigger perspective right now, it's shifting around. It's shifting bullish for Bitcoin. You can see these trends here. Once it flips bullish, it goes bullish for longer. Once it flips bearish, it goes bearish for longer. And right now it's flipping bullish. And until the trend is proven otherwise, so until we're going to see a bearish reversal in the chart, probably we're going to just keep continuing to go up for Bitcoin. And as soon as we do see the bearish cross, of course, it will swap my bias around for Bitcoin. But currently, it is still actually looking quite okay here, in my opinion. So need to pay attention towards this one as well. You can see it on multiple indicators. You can also see it on the super trend indicator, where you can see, of course, the super trend indicator is flipping bullish, not only on the 3-day time frame, but also on the weekly time frame. What is really indicating and what kind of a market we're currently in, right? So you have to trade with these trends here. This is a bearish market. This is a bearish market. This is a bullish market, bearish market, bullish market, bearish markets. And currently we entered the bullish market again until we're proven otherwise, right? So if we are seeing a reversal in the super trend indicator, that is really going to indicate as well that we should be turning around with our analysis as well, and that we should turn around with our trades, with our swing trades especially, because currently I'm swing long. I'm swing long on Bitcoin, of course, until it's proven otherwise. Quickly looking up on the RSI, because many people are talking about it. Weekly is creating, of course, a bearish divergence. The 3-day time frame, also bearish divergence. Daily time frame, also a bearish divergence. So I'm not saying that Bitcoin is looking strong on the RSI. Not at all, because it is literally isn't looking good for the RSI. However, if you look and learn from the previous bear market recovery phase, if you look right here, it went extremely overbought, boom, and then you create this high right here, boom, this run up right here, and you still were forming lower highs, and you still managed to move up. So it's not really, of course, it's telling something, but it is not really telling something that's going to be happening right now. And if it happens, we can see it on lower time frames flipping around as well. So on the daily time frame, it's a really lacking indicator, and I'm not really paying all my attention towards. You could have also seen it here on the 12-hour time frame, a crazy bullish divergence. You create that low on the RSI, higher low on the price chart, insane bullish divergence. But yet again, it's a very lacking indicator. Quickly checking up on the 1 hour as well. 1 hour, nothing special actually. 1 hour looks very calm. Quickly checking up as well on the MACD. I think the MACD is one of my favorite indicators actually. I really like the MACD. MACD momentum is flipping bullish on the lower time frames. The 4 hourly time frame is flipping as well. 12 hour is looking good. Daily flipped as well. 3 day is also looking good. Weekly is also looking good. And the 2 week is like extremely exciting. Look at this, the 2 week. Always once it cross bullish, it's giving a very big signal. Look at the monthly also coming closer and closer towards a crossover on the MACD. So things are heating up. Things are heating up. Just like on the 5-minute time frame, because Bitcoin is coming ever so closer again to potentially have the retest of that 25.2K level. So in 2 minutes from now, we're also experiencing the 1 hour candle close. And as you can see right here, the 1 hour has not managed to break above this region right here. So let's see if we could do so. We're currently literally trading at the supply zone. This is the level to break for Bitcoin on the 1 hour at least. So that is really the level to break on the 1 hour. So I'm going to keep my eyes wide open on it. Usually like the last minutes of such kind of a candle close, you usually see more volatility as well hitting the market. So that's actually also beautiful to see as a trader especially. So currently many people... I want to announce really my next trade. I like in the last 10 days I only announced like five trades. But all like one trade we unfortunately didn't enter, but it was exactly it reached exactly its price target. And the other one were all perfectly right. So for me to announce a trade, I'm looking at very low risk setups because I trade myself more. I mean, I've traded myself like, I think like 10 times last week. But I don't share everything because I only share the low risk trades that I really want to share. Because if I share something, I feel also some responsibility, right? So, yeah, of course, no financial advice. I'm just sharing what I'm doing here. But yeah. Wills are buying Shiba. I mean, yeah, you could think so, but... not the biggest fan of Shiba actually. So quickly also loading up Glassnode to see some very interesting insights. Because yeah, many people don't have a Glassnode subscription, and that's why it's nice for me to look through it. What is interesting to see is that you can see the number of addresses holding more than 10,000 Bitcoin actually is coming up very significantly in the bear market, and it dropped in the bull market. Very interesting to see. You can see it also with addresses holding more than 1 Bitcoin, since of course some exchanges went bust. You can see that more and more people holding their Bitcoin off exchanges. What is interesting to see, you can also see the difficulty for Bitcoin was about to hit a new all-time high, while the hash rate actually did hit a new all-time high for Bitcoin around 348. I don't exactly know how to say it, but it's like tera hashes or something. But also new all-time high for the hash rate for Bitcoin, what means there's more mining power. What's actually very interesting to see. And you can still see the net exchange flow is negative, what means that there's more and more money coming off exchanges, what is completely different compared to the last bear market, where we saw money Bitcoin going into exchanges, while there's right now going out of exchanges. So it's really an exchange run is currently happening, what means if there's less Bitcoin in the exchanges, it means there's less supply to buy, what means there's basically going to be more scarcity, what basically means there's going to be a more exponential price rally eventually. So I think actually, while Bitcoin is surpassing $25,000 again, things are actually looking very good for Bitcoin on the longer horizon. I mean, due to me saying this and seeing this here and observing this in the Glassnode chart doesn't mean that Bitcoin is going to pump to the moon right now. No, it means more something about the long term. And that is why it's always smart to have a strategy like DCA, what I'm doing as well. Of course, I'm trading Bitcoin, but at the same time, my strategy is just to gather as much Bitcoin as I possibly can, because that way I will, of course, generate significant wealth, literally. So make sure to have a strategy yourself as well. I mean, my strategy is to buy more Bitcoin every single day, so I get a very good average price. I mean, it has been working very well for me so far. I've been starting to do this from of like $23,000 like 200 days ago, all the way down to 17, 16, 14, not 14, 15. So yeah, I've actually literally bought, and I have to go back through my orders quite a lot to actually find that, but I bought Bitcoin on 25.6K, what was like $50 from the low. Meanwhile, Bitcoin is pumping. Guys, Bitcoin is moving back up. For the people that actually are looking at shorts, we closed, of course, the 1 hour candle. How many Bitcoin do you own? What do you think, Frank? What do you think? I'm always quite curious what people think. If I look up the internet, like if I Google my net worth on the internet, it's actually quite funny what pops up. So let's see. 25.2K is the level to break, but look at what a resistance wall $25,000 is. It's a significant resistance. 5 Bitcoin. A little bit more than 5, bro. No, I'm not going to talk about my net worth, actually. 100. I mean, already, like in my trading account, let me see. Yeah, this account's got like 3.4, and my other Bybit account got like 8 Bitcoin, what I show. But my other Bybit account, I right now got like 8 Bitcoin in, is using CryptoC. And if you don't know what CryptoC is, I mean, it's a mind-blowing AI trading algorithm. Quickly showing you a few things here. It's absolutely crazy, but it's literally making me passive income. I got like 240K in that account. And it's doing automatic trading. And CryptoC has been a trading algorithm that made me more than 37% profit in the past 4 weeks. And this company, I'm the co-founder of it. I mean, I invested my own fortune to create a trading algorithm, but literally you can see all the results are transparent. You can even download the historical data right here. Boom, download the results. And you can see what the literal results are. And that is, of course, quite interesting. This is the updated one. You can see the past 6 months it outperformed Bitcoin significantly, and it made like 37% profit right here. And if you use it for the long term, you outperform Bitcoin for 22% already. So it's a crazy algorithm, and I put in like 200K, a little bit more than 200K right now to just check it out here, and to of course also share it. I'm currently also making a video about it, but I have to wait like another 6 months before I can finish that video, because I'm going to talk about my performance of my investment of that account. But it's actually quite interesting because I personally am a believer of it, and of course you can see the results are there. And the nice part about it is that everyone can use it themselves as well. So if you're interested in it, you can go to cryptoc.com, and yeah, you can get your hands on the AI trading algorithm yourself as well. You can check out the results yourself, download the results, download the reports on the website, and just read through it very calmly and see if it maybe fits for you as well. But it's really for the long-term investment. But it's very nice. It's like a revolutionary product. I'm very excited to like create such kind of things, right? Shall we open a short? No, I'm waiting. I don't like everyone is asking me right now, should I short the 25.2K again? Could do so with a very small amount of money actually, to hedge my bets, and I'm actually probably going to. I actually probably was willing to do it, but currently I'm not doing it. Why? Is because it's the third retest, and currently it's not on the weekend. So you can see boom, boom, boom. If this is the third retest, it's more like more sell orders got cleared, and it's more likely that we're going to actually crush through the level. And we're holding steady around this level right now as well for quite a while right now. So I am not shorting it. I shorted it the last 2 times, but right now it's too late to short it. Of course, it could maybe be still a very good trade. You don't know. Maybe we are going to see a very severe rejection from it. But it doesn't make sense for me right now to short this level after we already saw it 2 times before where we got rejected. And usually the more times you retest a certain level, the more likely it is going to be that you're actually not going to get rejected from it anymore. Are you going to move to Dubai soon? I'm already living in Dubai for a little bit longer than a year right now. So, and this is in my Dubai house right now as well. It's absolutely amazing. Dubai life, I love it the most. I mean, it's super safe here, and a lot of crypto people here, and you just yeah, it's super nice to live here. Bear starting to have utter disbelief. Yeah, it's amazing, guys. Imagine the next bull run. I mean, for me right now, I don't think that this is the beginning of the next bull run. I see that question coming in also a lot. Usually what I'm really looking at, if I'm going to talk about the next bull run, I actually still think it's going to happen after the halving. And that means that it's going to take quite a lot of time still. I think the next bull run is going to happen in 2024. Not in 2023, I'm sorry. But the next halving is right here. At this monthly candle, March 2024. I think after that, the next bull run is going to start. And my forecast is something like this, happening like this, and then a big rally. To be very honest, this is my forecast. I don't think that this rally is going to last forever. I don't think that this is the rally to new all-time highs. I mean, and if it does happen, it will be absolutely amazing. But I just purely, from a cycle perspective, I don't really think it's likely to see that happening. So yeah, let's see how that is going to be playing out. I've met basically everyone. What is CME gap? CME gap is basically, is actually a very stupid thing here. CME gap. I don't like CME gaps. Why? It's because CME gaps are a little bit of a joke. CME is basically a Bitcoin price that closes on the weekend. So if Bitcoin is not trading in the weekend, and because Bitcoin is 24/7, it moves up over the course of the weekend. People say usually these gaps that you create because we move over the course of the weekend, they get filled up. But we still got a gap around $9,000 right here. We still got a gap on $28,000, and we still got a gap on $35,000. So yeah, that's basically the story about CME gaps, how it gets created and how it occurs in the market. Yeah, we also got one on $20,000, but I don't really am the biggest believer of CME gaps because of this. We've already got an open CME gap for longer than 40 days. So that's absolutely crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Yeah, it will get rejected around $28,000. I think so as well. 28K is my resistance target. You can see $28,000. For the people who are wondering, if we're really going to look up where we're going to head towards, $28,000 is this level right here. Previous big support from the Luna crash as well right here, as well right here. So $28,000 is definitely going to be the ceiling where I'm going to look at big shorts. I'm going to look at big shorts on 28.6K actually. So stay up to date. I mean, there are going to be many crazy trades here. So also another reason to subscribe to the channel, because I show my trades completely transparent. My longs, my shorts, my wins, my losses. And I mean, we have not really made any losses recently. So that's absolutely amazing. But I'm completely transparent. And that's also another reason to smash up the subscribe button to the channel. And quickly checking up here, we actually are closing in towards 103.1. So subscribers have been growing like crazy recently. So thank you for that as well. And yeah, it will be amazing if you're going to be becoming a subscriber as well. I mean, we absolutely smashed through that 100K. What do you think about the yield curve? Yeah, of course. You know, it's very weird that we are having an inverted yield curve, but not a recession, right? So the whole point, of course, I don't know if you guys are familiar with what the inverted yield curve means. That basically means is that you're getting more money, more yield for short-term yields than long-term yields. What means that if you have long-term confidence in the economic environment, you basically get less. What isn't really a thing if you are in what usually only happens in recessions, right? So that's why the inverse yield curve is an signal for recessions, and usually once an inverse yield curve occurs, the recession occurs as well. But currently we're not seeing it. But currently, I think the inverted yield curve is coming due to the high inflation, and usually high inflation leads towards that than the recession. But currently, the reason why we're having high inflation is not due to the fact that the economic environment is overheated, but due to the fact that China and of course other countries were having a lockdown and supply chains were abrupted, and due to that we're having high inflation, and due to these supply chains and countries opening up again, we could start to see inflation coming down very quickly. And even more, going more in detail, Quickly opening up a new trading view chart here. Inflation in the US and Europe especially, I mean Europe especially, it's getting driven by gas prices. It's absolutely crazy. If I'm going to be looking at the weekly time frame for gas prices, it came down from of the high on August to the low right now 77% in just a matter of like 190 days. So gas prices are dropping very quickly. Oil prices dropped about 30 to 40% from its high. 40%, 37%, what is absolutely crazy. So gas and oil prices are dropping quickly, what could mean that we can start to see inflation calm down very quickly again, because inflation is always calculated year on year. I'm not saying that anything is going to become cheaper again, but I'm only saying that inflation in the coming years is probably going to come down towards like in Europe like to 6-5%, and probably in the US towards like levels of 4, maybe 5%. So yes, on the longer term, things are looking actually quite okay. Which cold wallet would you recommend? There are several cold wallets you could definitely use. I mean, for my phone, for very easy convenience, I'm using Trust Wallet. I think Trust Wallet is very nice to use here. I think it's very reliable. I wouldn't recommend MetaMask. Why? Is because personally, I got some experience with it, and I've got many other people experiencing with it as well, is that you can get hacked very easily. And with Trust Wallet, you won't get hacked. So I would prefer Trust Wallet on your phone in terms of software. But of course, ultimately, if you want to hold your Bitcoin for the long term, I would recommend Ledger. I think Ledger is just very user convenient. And I mean, I've used Ledger so far always, and I've been very happy with it actually. I've been very happy with it actually. So I like Trust Wallet and SafeMoon. SafeMoon I don't like. I mean, the founders are literally getting caught by the FBI for scamming and creating a Ponzi scheme. So I don't really like SafeMoon that much. But yeah, I think Trust Wallet is the most reliable one to use actually. Whoa, Bitcoin is really sparking up actually right now. Of course, it's on the 5 minutes, so the bigger perspective is it's not really a big move here. But still waiting before potentially breaking above this range. On the 1 hour time frame, you can see that we clearly are not breaking above it. What's your next trade? I'm waiting for a confirmation above this region right here for potential retest, and I'm waiting for actually the 4 hourly candle close as well for a potential breakout right here. And also actually what I'm really waiting for is a break potentially above 25.2k, because I'm currently not going to short it again. Why I'm not going to short it is because we already saw 2 times before significant rejection, and the drop-offs were getting less weak, what means that the buy pressure is significantly increasing or the sell pressure is significantly decreasing, what means basically we are having a strengthening structure, what means that it is not very smart to short the same level yet again. So I'm not going to short 25.2k again, but I'm waiting for a confirmation to see a break above that level for me then to of course open up a next crazy trade here. But to be very honest, I do see it's slowing down here. Oh, is everything still okay? Do you guys still hear me? Oh, yes. I think it's just my screen. My page is not responding. So my web page is currently not responding. You're probably still hearing me and seeing me. But give me a second. I'm trying to fix this right now here. Happening in the middle of the stream can always happen. But anyways, I actually was also planning to wrap up the stream right now here. So let me quickly close this page right here. It's not working. Super annoying. Okay, I'm back again. But actually, I'm right now thinking of wrapping up the stream since the market volatility is, definitely very low right now here. And what I can promise you right now, what I'm thinking to do is that once we actually do get that next move here in the market, I'm going to start streaming again here. So once I see the next move is happening and I can open up my trade, I'm going to try to jump live with you. So make sure to subscribe to the channel right now. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. Make sure to check the Telegram group out in the channel as well. Yeah, you guys are still with me here. Yeah, you guys are still with me. The screen is a little bit effed. So yeah. So make sure to join me on all socials. Sorry, what is going on with the stream? I've got absolutely no clue what's going on here. But guys, make sure to join me on all socials right now here. So you're going to stay up to date on my next trade here. I'm currently really preparing myself for the next trade. I was willing to open up a new trade here live on the stream. Unfortunately, not being able to do so. So yeah, I'm going to sit ready, going to wait. And once the next trade opportunity occurs, I'm going to jump live. I'm going to share it everywhere, basically, across all my socials. So make sure to keep your eyes wide open for that one. Anyways, I'm planning to do more live streams in the future again here. So thank you so much for watching towards the amazing new live stream. And I hope to catch you guys on the next one.